young girl was found levitating. Is this real or fake?
Oh my God! Somebody definitely died here, so that means that she wanted to kill us. That means that whatever these dolls are trying to scare me with. Are you friendly? Oh God. Are you friendly?
This door's open. Okay, dude. Yeah, this game is awful. I'm just gonna be honest, this game is actually awful. Oh no, oh no, hello. Oh, you can go through boxes. You're a cheater. You're a cheater. You can't do that. What are you? Oh, I guess he is a ghost. Okay, you can do that, but you shouldn't. The light's out. And there's something huge coming towards us. What is that? Oh my God! Oh no!
Would you be able to survive by only trusting your instincts? Don't think about the answer. Just choose. You wake up in a strange room. There are 2 doors. Which one is the exit? Answer. Behind the door, you find 2 sets of car keys. You can only take one. Answer. As you drive away from the house, you get to a roundabout. Only one exit is safe. Answer. You're stopped by 2 people arguing. Only one can be trusted. Choose who to trust. Answer. When you arrive at hospital, the doctor seems suspicious. He gives you 2 medications, but only one is safe. Answer. Follow to discover more about your survival instincts, what your initial says about your terrifying future. If your name begins with E, your house is haunted. You've always had strange feelings when you turn off the lights walking up the stairs, like you're being followed, and it's the ghost you've always feared. It's not just any ghost, it's an aggressive demon that's looking for revenge. If your name begins with M, you need to stay away from the ocean. There's a high chance you're going to be attacked by a shark. If you do go swimming, make sure it's not at nighttime. This is where you're most in danger. If your name begins with L, one of your closest friends cannot be trusted. You can find out who this is. It's the first person that shows up when you share to WhatsApp. They're stalking your every move and waiting to take from you. It could be an item, or it could be your life. Follow to find out more. Which ghost is red? Answer. Can you survive by trusting your intuition? Don't think about your answers, just choose. One person is possessed. Which one is it? Answer. You're being chased, but only one exit is safe. Which are you choosing? Answer. You're trapped in a room. Which door is the safe door? Answer. Which number is the demon hiding from you? If you get it right, you survive. Answer. As you escape, you find 2 sets of keys. Which are you taking? Answer. Follow to practice your intuition. It could save your life. A man saw his neighbor summoning something evil, and he got caught. This man heard the cupboard tapping. What he saw next was terrifying. A strange woman was seen on a train with demonic-looking eyes. the flashlight was off. They were being watched from the window. This man's brother was possessed, acting very unusual. This baby was dragged under the bed by a demonic hand. Would you pull back the covers? What are you doing if she's crawling up your stairs? Someone is being dragged up the wall by this unknown creature. These children were playing when their little sister gets possessed. Was I possessed or dreaming? I've had some weird experiences with demonic entities. It all started when I was around 8 years old. We were at a family gathering, and everyone was having fun, but I was barely awake on the couch. I was with my uncle and his daughter. They were around 18, 19 years old after the party. I remembered my uncle's daughter picked me up and took me back to the car, and I fell asleep once again. I woke up sweating for some reason. I vividly remember sitting on my uncle's lap in the back seat. I woke up sweating for a second time, and when I looked out the window I saw we were about to hit this giant pale creature on all 4 legs. We were driving a van, and this thing's arms were the height of the car, with yellowish glowing eyes. My uncle's daughter swerved the vehicle to avoid it, and due to intense trauma, I passed out. I woke up the following day with my parents sitting beside my bed. They were so happy to see me awake, like I had been in a coma for quite some time. They said nothing, but were happy to see me. But I knew something was wrong. The day went on, and I didn't see my uncle or his daughter for a few days. But when they finally visited us, they acted strangely and asked if I saw anything that night. I told them what I saw, but they said I was dreaming. Moving down a couple weeks later, it was around 8:00 p.m., and I was playing some sort of board game with my older brother, who was around 13 at the time. And all of a sudden we heard banging musical instruments from the back room of our house, which would be used like a little jam room. I heard deep growls as well. The next thing I knew, my uncle's daughter barged into the room and grabbed me to take me out of the house as we exited. I saw my uncle with a machete and a torch going into the back room as my mom and auntie watched. I don't remember anything else but those musical instruments and a deep growl. My parents still played off like I was dreaming or something like that. After these events, I started having sleep paralysis, heavily, seeing the same monster watching me from the corner, almost covering half of the room's wall with its shadow. I always dreamt of this thing chasing me in my dreams where I was being watched. But one of the scariest events I ever had was when I was lying down in my mom's room with her reading next to me. I felt as if someone was trying to take over my body. I had the most profound urge to open my eyes, but it was impossible. I couldn't move anything but my fingers, but my hands and feet were stuck. Next thing I knew, my mom was screaming, and as soon as I opened my eyes, I fell hard on the bed and was stuck to the ceiling or something like that. My mom swore that I was somehow saying stuff in Arabic. There was just so many weird things happening. There would be weird Arabic writings and shapes outside of our house on the walls, written in some sort of charcoal. I'm now 18, living in Australia. And honestly, after all these years, I don't know what happened. I always was told that these were dreams or nightmares, and I think my family just tells me that, so I feel better about myself. Well, that's my story, with some weird tall skinny tall monster that we almost hit with our car. that eventually ended up haunting my dreams for years. I don't really know if it was real, I don't know if it was just a fever dream, but I can tell you it very much still feels real.
I've found very intricate and mind-blowing satanic rituals and sacrifices out there.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I was, which I found different stuff before, you know. I'll find maybe this is where someone was doing some voodoo, some santeria, sacrificed a chicken, whatever. All that's like kind of normal out there. That's not that crazy. But what I found this night was very crazy. Yeah, the police came and investigated it. It made the news, and that's the facility I was hunting. It's Aerojet. It's actually an abandoned space rocket facility from the Cold War, where they were developing and testing space rockets.
And what were you hunting there?
Pythons. I was out there, you know, hunting these snakes, and this facility is you need special access. I was given special access by the state of Florida to remove pythons from out there. And nobody can just go back out there, but people do go out there, as you can see from the graffiti and different stuff like that. Usually to do stuff that they're not supposed to do. There's a lot of crimes committed out there. There've been murders out there, gang initiations, all kind of stuff.
So they have a pentagram that's...
So, yeah, it's a whole thing. So we go out there. The first thing I came across was a big rock pile with a upside down wooden cross on top and a bunch of red spray painted upside down crosses all over. And you could tell the cross, I think, was burnt a little bit. And it wasn't, you know, crazy, super crazy. It was like, oh, this is new. You know, this wasn't out here a few days ago. And then I found this little doll. And as I kind of investigated that doll more, a little red scarlet snake actually came up and wrapped around her neck. And I picked up this, there it is. I picked up the scarlet snake, and which, you know, is kind of weird that there's a live snake, a red snake on this doll. And I've caught a lot of snakes in my life, and that is the only one that was bleeding out of its anus. There was blood coming out of its beehole, which, you know, I don't know why, who knows what. It was a little weird to me. And then the night just kind of gets weirder from there. You see the red lettering in the other clip. It was a big Latin saying, like 100-foot long pretty much, on the road. I drove over it. We later translated it to, "Turn around, run, hide, he is watching you." Go further into the complex, and there's these big abandoned buildings. I go into the building, you know, still just python hunting, like, you know, who knows what these kids are doing out here. I thought it was strange, the Latin, your average kid just messing around, don't know Latin sayings like that. And then I come to this big room where there's the big pentagram. In the middle of the pentagram, there is a three-legged plastic chair with a blood stain in the bottom of it, where you could tell something was killed, sacrificed, whatever. On each wall, there's 3 walls. On each wall, there's upside-down crosses, Latin sayings, and all kinds of stuff. As I'm kind of walking into the room, which, you know, I don't want to sound like a psycho or anything, but that doll from earlier grabbed my leg. I don't know if I kicked it, I didn't see it, or what, but that doll from the rock pile somewhere else, I don't know if it was another doll or what, I never seen that other doll. I kick it, it seemed like it grabbed me. It's that same doll from earlier. Same thing with the cross on its forehead, the one eye cocked over, the other eye messed up. And so, you know, it's very, very weird to me. It kind of like scared me.
So
right next,
it wasn't there, and then it was there. So
I didn't notice it. I didn't notice
you
it.
didn't carry it over there.
No, I didn't touch it.
So did anybody else? Was anybody else with you?
I had 2 guys with me that didn't even want to get out of the truck when they seen the first thing. They stayed in the truck.
So the same
They
doll
didn't
that
touch
you saw
anything.
on the rock pile somehow made its way to where you were?
Yep. I don't know if it's a duplicate doll or what, but it's same.
Was there more than one of those dolls?
Only doll I seen. Only doll I seen. I'm not big on the whole supernatural thing, so I'm real doubtful of it in the first place. But to me, it was the same doll from earlier. I did not see it until it hit my foot. Right next to that doll, there is a saying on the ground that says, "The omen will follow," which to me was like the creepiest thing of the whole thing. Was like, you know, that if you interact with any of this spirit's gonna follow you. Which I'm Christian, I believe in God, and I wasn't worried, you know, I know the good Lord has my back. But very strange, right? Very strange. As we go through, there's all kind of different stuff. In one of the rooms, there's a sleeping bag with something inside of it. I don't think it was a body, anything like that. Police went out there, investigated it. I didn't investigate further past that. Something was inside the sleeping bag, and on the walls there was, looked like red spray paint, and it said, "She was only 9, we gave her to the devil," like basically talking about sacrificing a child. And then you have this little girl's gown that's nailed to the wall with like a dark red stain on it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And what was the investigation? Did you follow up and find out what they found out?
I never heard anything from it. I'm assuming they never found much from it because I never heard anything from it.
Did they know it was human blood that was in the chair?
I don't know.
Or on the...
I don't know. I would like to think it's red spray paint, but I don't know. I don't know. For the sake of the story, who knows what it was?
Yeah.
So, you know, we continue on with our hunt. We end up starting to get out of there. The guys are like, "Dude, we want to go. We don't like this shit." I'm like, "All right, you know, let's pack it up. Let's go." So we start making our way out, and I see flashlights. I mean, there's one road in, one road out. There's a gate at the end of it. You can't drive a vehicle in, and I mean, we're miles out here. You have to drive miles to then walk miles, right? So I see this flashlight bouncing on the side of the road as I'm driving out, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? No, I've never seen anyone out here in my life, ever. Getting closer to him. I have my pistol in my truck. I put my pistol on my lap, you know, just in case. As I'm getting closer, about to kind of pass the guy's like, "Mike." It's my name. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm definitely shooting this guy. Like, what the fuck, you know? And he's like, "I love your Instagram."